Here we go. SMT Nation. I have with me Carlos S. Tech, and I have Apple Watts as well. We're here to discuss a pretty big deal. This topic, this issue, it kind of started picking up some steam, I think, earlier this afternoon, late in the afternoon. And I think a lot of you would want to know some of the details. So I made the video, I put it out there, and it's pretty big. I know a lot of people care about security. I'm one of them. Many of you are. Most definitely, I think people would like, to be protected in these types of situations. But honestly, guys, I don't know if there's any way to slice it. There is a lot of gravity to this topic. I'm sure a lot of people are concerned about their security. There's a lot of personal information that's tied up on these databases. But I'll go ahead and start with a screen share of the issue. We'll look at one of the articles that was posted. This one is from readers.com. This is from their business or media telecom segment. And I'm going to do the screen share. And then what we'll do is we'll look at all the little details and the nuances of the breach. And we'll talk about the scale of the problem, the frequency of the problem, the sensitivity of the problem. I think all those things are legitimate, and we should spend some time with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll go kind of like an introduction. We'll look at what the article is saying as of right now. Remember, we only have information up to 8:45 p.m. August 15th. So don't at me at a later time and say, oh, no, it turned out to be this and this. Why are you lying? This is the information we have right now. We're at the mercy of that information. So this is what we got. All right. So to get things started here, we are on readers.com. You guys can go there and check out the story for more details if you like. Media and Telecom, T-Mobile investigating claims of customer data breach. Okay. So it doesn't mention anything about any other carriers. It doesn't mention anything about, AT&T or Verizon or whatever. It doesn't say anything about prepaid. It just says T-Mobile. All right, T-Mobile USA. So the personal data that has become compromised is for 100 million users. All right. It says here that it is U.S.-based digital media outlet Vice that first reported the data breach. And T-Mobile has responded by saying, we are aware of claims made in an underground forum and have been actively investigating their validity. So T-Mobile is basically saying, we're not even sure if this is real. I don't believe that. Me personally, I think they know it is real. And, they just kind of want to keep people from going into a tizzy and panicking, which is fine. You don't want damage control, like wreaking havoc. They are asking for a ransom of 6 Bitcoin for a subset of the data that contains 30 million social security numbers, driver's licenses. The rest of the data is going to be sold privately, according to the Vice report. So in the initial report, they said that 100 million customers were compromised in the data breach. And they're basically saying we're willing to give back 30 million of them. So they're not even willing to give all of it. I don't know about you guys, but thanks, Carlos. Appreciate that tip. Look, I've said what I had to say. I'm not going to pour it on. I understand the issues. I know what's at stake here. We'll go with Mr. Apple Watts first because he does have the fancy face covering.
Oh, my bad. I can't get COVID on here. I'm going to take it off real quick.
All right, Apple Watts, you go first, man. Give us your take, first impressions when you read the story or you first heard about it or if you watched any videos on it. What were you thinking, man?
Why again? Why is it happening again? This has happened, 3 or 4 times now? You would think they would learn by now. It's taken 3 times for a carrier to get all of their data breached, and this is including their ID. So why? How many times is this going to happen? Is it going to be a continuous thing? Why would I stay with a carrier that's going to get data breached nonstop? So it just came to a surprise. I can't recommend them for that reason right there.
Okay, so I think for those that are very much in tune with their online privacy, security, and personal information, there were people commenting on my video today. They commented, I don't know if they truly did it or not. They commented and said, I'm driving to the T-Mobile store to port out right now. So some people obviously took this very seriously. Now, in this case, the damage would actually be done, right? So they have people's personal information, but I could see somebody who's so angry, they'd be like, "Oh, just this is too much or too many times," like you said, Apple Watts.
As they
Carlos,
should. Yeah.
Carlos, you go, man. Go ahead, bud.
Basically, what makes this a serious thing is that they have a picture of your government issued ID or driver's license, meaning that, like, when you go apply for an Apple Card or Synchrony Bank, they basically like you to send in the picture of your ID. So guess what's going to happen? Now they have that, bro, and when you go to dispute that account later on, they're going to be like, "Well, we got your driver's license. You know, it's your picture, your face. You know, it's everything's matching the ID number, the expiration date, everything matches." So, and
So
one state in the U.S. that issues a new driver's license number, and that's Arizona. Everywhere else, they don't. They just give you a new issue date.
So real quick, the last time I had to present my ID for a T-Mobile store, I talked to them about this. I was told, at least by this corporate store, that they shred the ID after 15 days.
Pete, what's happening now is they take a picture of it on the iPad, and it's stored for 1 year.
Oh, that's BS.
So
Totally different protocol.
No,
right?
they don't take. Yeah, they don't. Probably it's third party because here in a corporate store they scan it on the iPad. It's not taking a picture of it.
we want to thank Dave Beatz Tech for the $2 super chat.
Dave B, thank you, man.
Although I must say, the first time hearing about this, my first thought was, well, they already gave me 3 years of identity theft protection still. So, quite frankly, I don't know about you, Carlos, but I think I have 4 companies that have given me identity theft protection because of their breaches.
Yeah. It's a lot.
One of which was Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield.
And Capital One.
Now, here's the thing.
Equifax.
Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield and Equifax are several times larger than T-Mobile.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have the same information and more.
Yeah, they have
True as well.
more personal information. I mean, they've got everything.
I mean,
to buy a house, you know,
T-Mobile does not know my blood type. Blue Cross Blue Shield does.
Nice, Pete. Nice. So I had to ask, and this was kind of what I was alluding to earlier. I spoke to it a little bit in the Patreon live stream. The first thing I thought about was there's an incredible amount of personal information in this, right? Financial personal information. I also mentioned the scale of this was pretty impressive. Sebby kind of helped find and uncover a little bit of information. It looks like they claim to have obtained 100 million of the user's information, and then they've turned that into a subset breakdown of where they're using one subset of that data for ransom, and then the other subset of data they're going to be selling. So, Sebby, where are you at with that, man? Anything else that you could disclose or kind of explain?
I mean, sure. For example, it looks like it's a little bit of contradictions, honestly. For me, yeah, it's true that T-Mobile had a lot of data breaches, but mostly CPNI data, not like personal data breach, for example. So this time is different, especially because it's personal data, social security, driver licenses. It's like a more critical data breach than the previous ones that were only CPNI. As for the information that's currently available, it's a little bit contradictory. For example, the hackers claim that the data breach is supposedly only T-Mobile, but a U.S. cybersecurity firm actually is proving that actually is multiple databases into one that includes T-Mobile.
So, do we know what party was managing this data for T-Mobile?
No. It says here, cybersecurity intelligence from Cyber tells a Philippine computer yesterday that the threat actor claims to have stolen multiple databases, totaling approximately 106 gigabytes of data, including T-Mobile CRM database. So practically, it's not only T-Mobile, even though they claim it was only T-Mobile. So it's a little bit of contradictions in everything they say, especially also because they claim that they hacked T-Mobile because of.
Well,
Okay, yeah,
here's
because
the
it says
thing.
because they made a statement saying that the breach was done to retaliate against the U.S. infrastructure because of something that the CIA and Turkish intelligence did to a guy. I don't know.
So what you're saying is there might be it might be T-Mobile and say Lowe's that got breached, but T-Mobile is using more information.
Did you see the size of the data, Pete?
He said 109, and my eyes like
106 gigabytes. Yeah, that
100.
includes T-Mobile. So I don't know. They didn't say which other companies. So
Well,
This is
the thing is
100
that
million. It's 100 million customers.
supposedly
Well,
because on
that's
the
the T-Mobile.
forums
Well, Sebby,
actually they claim only 30 million.
Sebby, that's 100 million postpaid customers, right? It's
Yeah,
104, 105 million. So that
yeah,
I think that's the potential reach.
yeah.
But
There's a
when they
potential
described the
reach.
subset numbers, it was like 30 million, and then they had it as a
Yeah,
subset.
yeah,
So
correct.
here's the thing though. If it was all the customers on T-Mobile, unless they're taking 8K pictures of everything, you're only looking about, T-Mobile taking up a third of that.
Maybe.
If it is
Maybe.
every customer, a fourth if they're, only using 720p cameras, which is iPads use.
no, they use the back. Bro, I've seen it. Like they take the front and the back, so they got the barcode too.
But my point is, it is bad database design for one account to take up 1 gig of data.
No, one account won't take 1 gig.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Based on the size and the amount of customers, there were multiple other firms included.
Correct.
Yeah, but that's why the size matters, because if it's a company that utilizes a certain type of file that requires large amounts of data, then T-Mobile may only have 2% of this data.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Precisely.
Another thing, does it include ex-customers? Let's say like somebody within the last year that ported out and switched to another company.
How far does it go back, right, Carlos?
How far?
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not enough information. That's the issue.
Yeah.
And so far, the hackers, what they claim is contradictory. First, they said it's only T-Mobile, but later a U.S. firm, cybersecurity firm, proves that actually it wasn't T-Mobile, it was multiple others as well. So it's a little bit of contradictions in every way, so I don't know.
The next question is, did they actually get usable data, or are they just
took it from all the data breaches?
The fact they breached it.
Yeah, that's another thing that I was thinking about. I told Sneed, especially scraping data from other data breaches, claiming that they breached the company when they didn't. So
I mean,
we don't know.
I could breach the Google database, but unless I have decryption keys, all the data I scrape is meaningless.
Let's put it
true as well.
Let's put it this way, guys. After this stream, I will send you something that I found, and I saw some pictures of some IDs there.
Oh, stuff is surfacing?
Mm-hmm.
So there's apparently social security numbers, device IMEIs, IDs that are being found out there.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I'm right now as we're talking, I'm digging. We're not going to share this on here. No way. But
so Carlos, this is going to get messy, you think?
Bro, with that, how are you going to deny that you didn't do that credit line? How are you going to deny it if they got your ID?
T-Mobile's gonna have to report to credit bureaus.
Yeah, but Lowe's, the other thing about actually there was another recent data breach that actually involved management firm about healthcare details that actually include also driver license that is also in a bigger scale.
But this is the thing, Sebby. Like, okay, so I've been a victim of ID theft. All right, this was my one of my stepbrothers did it to me, bro. My oldest stepbrother, not the one that works at the cop, but I got another one. All right,
Good thing it wasn't the cop.
and he somehow I lost my ID that one time, and he's the one that actually took it from me. You know how hard it was to dispute those accounts that he got under my name and got sent to collections, bro? I was never able to dispute them. I had to pay him because they said my ID. They had my ID.
Yeah.
That I wasn't able to dispute them, bro. They said nope. And after that, that's when I went over and switched my license to Arizona, bro, from Nevada. Because Nevada won't give you a new ID number when you're a victim. They won't.
I mean, that's true. I understand your frustration, and that's another thing that the US needs to fix, especially with identity theft. I don't know. I mean, the issue itself is also T-Mobile. Well, I don't know if all what they claim is legit or not. Like, there isn't enough information to say anything. Obviously, the fact that T-Mobile has been data breached before, but nothing like with personal information, only the CPNI. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know what to say, especially with other data breaches that were in a higher, massive scale. That also include like also driver licenses.
Yeah, bro. That's where it makes it sloppy, you know, like a little.
Yeah, it's a sloppy. I agree. It's a sloppy, and that's another thing that they have to. The US needs to fix, especially to either the IDs or like improve their security, especially all the companies that are in the United States.
How can they improve this? Like, could they not implemented some of the Sprint ideas?
What, using a 34 baud connection so nobody can connect to it without dial-up?
Well, the thing about so with the Sprint system, because I knew a couple of Sprint employees, so when they scan your ID, it would scan your ID right there on the spot. So they take a picture of the front and the back, and they would scan it. Once it's ran, it would be deleted, so it wouldn't be stored in their system. It just validated to make sure it was a real ID and it matched to you.
Honestly, in looking at this question here, I have AT&T prepaid, made a multi-state road trip. Every so often I had to airplane mode and turn off to get my data back. Is that phone related or based on my priority or service? That is not the way it's supposed to behave.
Yeah.
I would assume it's some kind of a provisioning issue or a phone issue. Not supposed to have to do that. I've traveled multiple states, never had to airplane mode anything, never lost signal or connections or whatever.
Yep. The phone
Yeah, that's not normal.
But the phone issue, SIM issue, something like that has to involve you.
I'm quite a state rambler, and on the T-Mobile and Verizon lines I've been toting around with, never happened.
I think David's onto something. I think a credit freeze is really the instant response if you're trying to be on the safe side.
I actually froze my credit the moment I heard of the Equifax breach.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, true.
And I have to request it to be unfrozen.
Now this is, hold on, but this is the slippery slope situation when it comes to this. Now, yes, you can freeze your credit, but guess what document they have in their possession?
Your ID.
Your ID.
Your ID.
You can unfreeze it. They can unfreeze it just by sending a copy, either a certified email or certified copy on express mail.
There's no such thing as a certified email.
Well, you go through a bureau. They have certain things that you have to go through like a special service, and then they send.
What I was gonna say though, Carlos, is like right now there's nothing you could do right now that's gonna change anything. I bet you if you called T-Mobile right now, what solution would they offer you other than We're addressing it. We're dealing with it. We'll keep you updated. You'll be getting a text, a call, an email, or
the
something.
customer care is probably a deer in the headlights right now regarding this, because I don't care how adaptive a company is or how fast they are on uptakes. It's going to take a PR announcement and training for them to explain what is happening and what they can do, which does not happen the day things happen.
I have a question for all of you that are here on the panel. For those of you that don't know, just joining us, we have Sir Apple of Watts, we have Sir Carlos of Tech, we have Sir Sebby, and we have Sir Bearded of Dragon. And I want to ask everybody, and you guys can all comment, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being at the mercy of the hackers, 5 being completely preventable. On a scale of 1 to 5, how preventable was this hack? We'll start with Sir Apple of Watts.
I don't know, man. I really don't. So pass it on.
All right, he's going to pass. Sir Carlos of Tech.
I mean, there's certain ways it can be preventable. It could be upgrading your security, maybe adding more encryption layers, adding, more firewall to your connection. There's different ways that you can do it. And on top of it, why ask for an ID and put it in a system when you know you're going to keep it long term? That's they should change that system right there. And they should implement like what Verizon does, and AT&T, where once they run your credit and you get approved, they don't even have your birthday anymore. They just have the last 4 of your social security number on the account, and that's it. So that means that'll prevent a lot more. If it does get breached, it'll prevent a lot more being leaked out. Because with the last 4, what can you really do? I mean, you can still do a little bit if you knew what you're doing, but without the whole thing, it makes it hard.
Sebby?
Good points there, Carlos. For me, I would say 4 or 3, depending. Yeah, because it can be preventable, but not obviously 100%. But it could be like partially, like for example, some data to be secure in a way so it can be preventable or hard to access.
Peter?
So, first I'm going to comment on something Gerard Weaver said. Had T-Mobile done properly, security probably wouldn't have happened. This was a third party they contracted, which is more common than storing information in-house, because third parties already have scale and infrastructure in place for databases. To me, this is more of an issue with U.S. infrastructure in general. I mean, what was it? 2-3 months ago, the Colonial Pipeline shut down due to a breach. The problem is there are methods to increase security, but they're really freaking expensive. And unless consumers pay with their vote with their dollars or file lawsuits to encourage increase in security, or the government gives grants for companies with critical data to improve their security, the likelihood of something like this happening again to a different company is quite high, especially when you consider that the Colonial Pipeline ended up paying the hacker group $4 million in cryptocurrency.
Sure.
So T-Mobile would need to spend the cash to fix this for them, but every other company in that data store would also need to pony up cash to fix it. Yes, the pipeline people had old equipment buried, but 90% of old companies have old equipment.
Sure do.
Yeah, true.
The problem is new secure equipment is expensive because it's secure, and there's another issue finding people qualified to implement the security measures.
ITs.
So I thought about this one thing when I read everything from the stories I could find from Vice, from the stuff that Sebby sent me. So I immediately understood this was being stored remotely with a third party. What I would want to know, and I bet you we could somehow internally find out through some type of a channel, is T-Mobile using a cheap, less secure option for this data being stored? And here's why I mention that. If they skimped out and cheaped out on the third party, data collector, whoever this is, whichever third party company it is, if they are cheaping out, then this is on them, just like it is the other two companies that are involved in the breach, right?
Well,
Correct.
it might be more than two.
Yeah, it would
Okay,
be
well,
more.
however
more
many
than
it is,
two. Yeah.
however many it is, if they skimped out and went cheap, then it's on them. They're going to say, well, we could have used a more secure company. We could have used a more premium company that does a better job, is more diligent, has a better track record. I mean, come on, Pete, we've talked about the ability to spend on important things at T-Mobile.
Here's another question, though. When was this data storage contract set up, and how long was it set up for?
Well, here's where I kind of also looked back at and thought to myself this. If you look at the language and the things that the group of hackers, what they're saying, they sound like 18-year-olds. They sound like 17-year-old hackers.
Hey, those are the most problematic ones.
But here's what I'm saying, Pete, is they are trying to heighten and enhance the urgency of this breach. It's already has a lot of gravity to it.
Yeah.
Right? It's personal information. We already know how big of a deal it is. But they were trying to pour it on. They're putting it on extra thick. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna sell off this part. We'll sell them back this much for this much. They got ransom. When you publicize that, you're putting on a show.
Oh yeah,
like that. Like that's something Loki would do. Like a character, like a real criminal. They don't need to publicize anything unless they're putting on a show. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to prove a point.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm just trying to put myself in the mind of a hacker, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want anybody to know who I am, what I'm doing, what my intentions are. You got the money or not?
Yeah,
you feel
true. Me? But because also saying a lot, it could also bring you a lot of heat. For example, from the hack of what happened to the pipeline hack, the cryptocurrency that was actually paid was recovered.
Yeah,
because of too much heat that they was involved. Even ransomware, people who were doing ransomware as a service were saying no more attacks like the pipeline because it brings too much heat.
Yeah, it's bad.
Wait, only 6 bitcoins to get that back?
Yeah.
6 Bitcoin.
6 Bitcoin.
We got a value of 270K.
Yeah.
Wait, if it's 270K, what is that, like 3 T-Mobile customer records?
I don't
know.
Damn.
So people in the chat seem to be getting something a little out of context. T-Mobile set up a data storage agreement with a third-party company. The only thing T-Mobile did where they are, in my opinion, at fault here is keep the agreement and probably not audit them enough to ensure data won't be breached.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you have to audit no matter what. Like every month, whatever, you got to exploit that. Like let's say every 3 to 6 months, you got to have your internal people try to see if they can breach their own data, see how secure it is. So
Yeah, Bitcoin's at 47,000. So it's not chump change, but I don't know.
With zero trust, like Alexis is talking about, the auditing could be daily.
Sure.
Or monthly, it depends, but yeah.
It depends on how many people and how you have at it, how much you want to invest in it, how good the monitoring system is.
But does this fall back on T-Mobile's internal security group?
Maybe. I mean, I think the issue is I wish we knew other companies that utilize this third party.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. It could be an inside job to the point where it could be somebody who used to work at T-Mobile or currently works at T-Mobile who is trying to hurt T-Mobile. It could be that type of target. Or is it more opportunistic? Are they were able to get in, it was easy, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because honestly, there are people who are spiteful that would just want to go back and hurt a former employer,
Yeah, that's true. It could be T-Mobile or the other companies that were affected as well.
I still wouldn't have qualms hurting Apple's bottom line. Quite frankly, I think their products do not merit them having $1 trillion market cap.
Are they at $1 trillion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were higher.
Well, in my opinion, their products should not merit them being over $1 trillion. So even if they're $2 trillion, yeah, there's still a problem. They're being inflated.
Yeah, dude, but if you're investing, man, come on, man, that's money in the bank.
Dude, I picked up an M1 Mac Mini with 8 gigs of RAM base level.
It's not the computers, Pete.
No, listen, idle on the desktop, it tells me it runs out of memory.
I have one too.
Do you get this error saying working RAM is full with nothing running?
No, what do you...
I literally have nothing running but Finder, and it tells me working RAM is full, and I have to reboot the thing.
Oh, you must have a virus.
A virus?
Oh, bro,
I have nothing running on it.
Bro, I have all my stuff on mine running consistently, and I turn it...
What do you have? Which model, Carlos?
I got the M1 MacBook Pro, 13-inch. I got the one with the 8-core, 8 thing, and...
How many gigs of RAM? That's all that matters.
16.
Sebby, we didn't get any news on Metro or any other brands, right? It was just T-Mobile.
No, only T-Mobile, supposedly. Again, we don't know a lot of info.
Yeah, the info is still, how do we call it?
Early.
It's still not juicy enough.
Has something to this scale happened to another carrier by chance? I mean, how serious are we talking here?
I mean, AT&T had, but it wasn't a big scale, I think.
2015.
Step one is figuring what the actual scale is, because if they're, fluffing numbers with what they got, then we can't put things in context.
Yeah, that's true. That's why there's enough information to say. The only thing you need to be checking is simply if your car company, for example, Discover, offers like a social security check. They check your social security every month if it is on the dark web.
Talking about for activity and stuff like that.
Yeah, to prevent, like for example, also the freezing your credit, but also if you have, even better, if you have like an identity checking.
And Lois, how does
that you have to pay.
How does Amex do with that?
Amex and Discover have those features because I got those.
See, I'm using a American Express Business Plus card for my T-Mobile account, and I have been for over a year. So,
gentlemen, to put a bow on this, one last thing, and I'm going to start with the Bearded Dragon. Pete, concern level 1 to 5, 1 being not concerned at all, 5 being extremely concerned. Where are you at with this currently is what we know.
Before I jump in, I would like to thank Ray J's World for a $5 super chat.
Ray J, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat. Charlie better do and Ed saying, boost, we keep your account protected from breaches. There you go.
Yeah, of course they do.
Fire mobile security, bro.
Fire mobile security. Every time they're breached, Bezos pays out.
And he burns the place down, bro.
Yep. Like crashing his rocket. So level of concern, I'd be like 3 or 4, subject to change based on data. Messed up or not, data breaches may be becoming the new normal, especially with the U.S. president shaking his fist at countries that are not only not condemning, but encouraging them to perform like state cyber crimes, but without being a state agency.
Right.
So the concern for this being T-Mobile data is a 3 or 4 based on information, but in general, I think the sign of the times is it's a 5 until we can find a way to stop all this ransomware and data stuff happening to our infrastructure.
All right, Sebby, where you at, buddy? You're usually one of the more level-headed guys we have here on our panels. Go ahead.
I would say the same as Pete, 3 or 4, depending on the situation. Like I told you, there's not enough information. Could be, like I said, scrap data, and the data itself is like really small or not even unique. So I don't know. But yeah, like Pete says, the thing is that everything needs to be improved. The whole U.S. infrastructure, but also each company like have their own. They have to improve, especially in security. Like invest more in security instead of the rest. Like don't forget the security part or the data that they have.
Security first has not been in the zeitgeist long.
Yeah, that's true. Or even, for example, if the government has to have like a accountability against like the companies that have sensitive data, that could also bring to enforce better security measures.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Carlos, your go. Level of concern. 1, not at all. 5, extremely concerned.
Damn, this is tough, bro, because I know what can happen just because I've experienced it from an old family member doing it to me and having that ID. It's hard to deny. Once they have that, it's hard to deny that credit line or whatever happens, that they use it with. So I would say, let's say a 4, bro. I won't go all the way high just because, if people start taking alert to it and freezing stuff, and making it harder, then maybe it can slow it down, But yeah, it's pretty concerning.
Monsieur Apple Watts.
I'm gonna have to
take 1 or 5.
to go with a 5. I think it's very concerning. We don't really know the information that they got. If they have their security numbers, social security numbers, their device IMEIs, all this stuff, that's very concerning. We don't know how many customers were affected. It's up in the air. I say it's a 5. They don't know whose customer information got out. We don't really know. I say it's very concerning because if I'm a former Sprint customer and my information gets out, I'm alarmed a little bit because I got my account locked, and I had to go to a store to get it unlocked. Essentially, I had to give them a utility bill, give them my ID, give them my social security card, everything. They needed all that just to get my account unlocked. And if that information got out, I'm done. Who knows if it didn't? We don't know. I say it's very concerning.
All right, so that would be my go. Scale of 1 to 5. 1, not concerned. 5, very concerned. I'm at a 4, and the only reason I say a 4 is because I know how much information we have, and I know it's limited. I have a lot of questions. A lot of you guys had a lot of questions. Even if I had that information, I would still be at a 3 or a 4, I think. Because, like, the way I look at it is like this. If you look at the most likely scenario of how this played out and the cause and stuff like that, all I want to know is this. If this turns out to be not that bad, if it turns out that things end up getting sorted out and things aren't really, really awful for people's information, what is going to be T-Mobile's action plan in preventing this from happening in the future? Because we have seen data breaches with T-Mobile frequently. I said it before, I'll say it again. The concern here is threefold. The frequency of the data breaches, the type of information that they're accessing, and the scale at which the story has. If we put the scale aside, like Sebby was saying, is it 100 million, is it 30 million? Put that out the way. The type of information is concerning, and the frequency of these breaches are concerning. We can't have a story released every 3 or 4 months in which T-Mobile has another data breach, because that's admission that they're not doing enough. Okay, if Verizon has a data breach, what kind of standard are we going to hold them to? If they had one in 2019, have they had one since?
Well,
That's to like this type of magnitude or to this type of similarity. That's what I'm saying is if there are other companies who are doing a better job of securing customer information, what are they doing different from T-Mobile? What is T-Mobile not doing to protect their customers? What is it unique about T-Mobile that has them incurring breaches every 3, 4, 5, 6 months?
well, Sneed, on the 2019 breach for Verizon, it affected 5,200 only business customers, and it was only the account PIN and the login information and their name and last name of the representative.
Okay, so that was 2 years ago. Clearly not as sensitive information. It was a small scale. Okay, so that's not a big one. This one has more magnitude. This one has more at risk. Anything from AT&T in a general search.
Let me look real quick.
Because I'd be curious to know. I'm trying to see how are the companies comparing to each other relative to security. Who's doing it best?
2015,
Because
2016 was the last one.
for AT&T?
No, actually 2019.
Oh,
92. Yep.
2019, it was affecting AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon.
May 2019, to be exact.
Also in December. Because it was it was a data because of third party.
Yes,
because the data was on a third party. So yeah.
Nope, I see it right here. Yep, December 12th, 2019. Yep.
So my question remains. Is this an issue? Is there something T-Mobile is not doing, or is it something that they're doing wrong that they're getting hit with the frequency and the scale? What do you think, Pete?
I think it's the bombasticism of everything. I mean, if you want to sound like a big player, you become a big target. I do wonder, and I think it was David H in chat brought this up. If the other two major mobile companies were included in this, and if not, maybe this might be a wake-up call to follow their lead, at least in this avenue, and not capping the magenta max at 720p.
Oh,
And Isaiah Davenport says, yeah, maybe they should lower their duration to a day, maybe a month.
what I think, bro, is besides how our credit system in the United States has to change, bro. Because okay, so I got my aunt that she owns a company and she lives in France.
I agree on that.
Mondador, to be exact. Well, over there, she said to apply for credit, you have to bring your citizenship papers if you're an immigrant. You have to bring documentation to the bank, and they approve you there or not on the spot with proper documentation. They don't do this online application stuff and all this and that like they do here. If they can do that in France, why can't they do that here?
The reason why they can do that in France is they did not have private interests setting up credit worthiness since the beginning of the country. In the US, credit was initially done by store vendors, and they grew, and then one spun off, and then they moved into that. In France, credit was handled by the banks and not by the stores. So if you have everything in a more strongly regulated thing since Memoriam, you can have stronger protections and regulations.
Yeah, because this is
That's also true.
if they're going to continue this motto. I remember before, back in the day, you could apply to have called a CPN, a credit profile number, and you would use that for your credit, and then you keep your social security number, for like your taxes, your medical records. It'd be like two separate. Why?
So T-Mobile does not have my social security number. They have my business ID number.
But either way, bro, that it still ties back to your social at the end.
Yeah.
It's hard enough.
David H. Blockchain will solve nothing except accelerating global warming.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah, put that stuff on the blockchain. Yeah, good idea. And then you can have 51% attacks. Because I'll tell you this much. The individual companies maintaining the blockchains will not have the same resources as subnation actors.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just David H. saying use blockchain.
I mean, Sneed, what do you? I mean, bro, like this is when is this gonna stop, bro? With this whole situation, bro? I mean, now they got access to IMEIs and stuff. I wonder, are they gonna use that to try to sim people again?
That's a concern. Somebody was commenting on my most recent video on the matter. I did the video a couple hours ago, so I started to read through and sort through some of the comments and replying and such. And somebody said that I've had my phone line SIM swapped before this. So with this type of information, that must mean these leaks have been going on unreported. Right? Because they've been having SIM swaps for years. Carlos, we have witnessed lines from your account disappear on multiple occasions on live stream.
I know, that was wild.
So it's not unheard of to lose lines. And look, when I went to Verizon and I went to get a new SIM, the lady handed me a SIM card, like the actual card with the SIM card on it, and she pointed me to a computer and she said, "Go do it." She wasn't allowed to access my account to do a SIM card switch. I had to go and answer all those questions. I had to put in my last four of my social. I had to do like all this. It was like 5 steps on this computer, all the way on the side, secured in the corner of the room.
Yep, they started doing that too.
So, and that is the only way to do a SIM swap in Verizon. You can't do it any other way. Now, an eSIM, I think, would change things, right, Los? That kind of changes the whole policy. But I was talking about the physical SIM because we've heard of people going into stores, knowing people's personal information, and achieving that. So I think that's why they decided to go with the identification piece when you're coming in to see customer care. I had my work ID around my like by my lapel. I clip it on. And I was like, yo, this is me. Why are you asking for my ID? They're like, no, we need to see your state ID. I'm like, it's a picture of me right here with my name. It wasn't good enough.
Wait. You're a public school teacher, no?
Yeah.
That is a state ID.
Pete, what was I? I couldn't explain it to her any other way. She wasn't visiting.
I walked into a Best Buy to pick up a couple hard drives because I had some hard drive issues. No data loss, but in my opinion, the moment the hard drive starts acting up, you swap it out. I didn't have my driver's license, but I did have my CU student ID. It's state issued.
And they give you no issue.
Nope.
I have a picture of me looking like I want to stab someone, but
it's always like that, bro. It's always like that. Oh my goodness. We got a couple of comments I want to get to here. Let's do this. Do you think these data breaches are causing the displays on my S21 Plus and S21 Ultra to go back and forth from the No,
that's
something's wrong.
phone.
That's something happening locally on your device, right? Yeah.
You replace your phone.
Yep.
That's called planned obsolescence, not data breaching. They want you to upgrade to the 22 model.
Let's see here.
We've
tried this. We've tried this, Ryan, and we've had lines get ported out, right, Los?
Yeah.
Remember the no port out setting was on?
Yeah. I didn't even know
something's going on back there.
So I'm gonna go with that Alexis comment you pulled up. Most people would go insane if they couldn't connect their cell phone to the corporate Wi-Fi to listen to their Spotify. Now,
what?
Yeah, he's like, so do you understand why companies don't want you to bring in your own device and join the corporate network? Yeah, it's because you're plugging in a USB drive to their computers.
Yeah, but you don't even have to do. They don't even want you on the Wi-Fi, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust people on the corporate Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know they're not looking at pornography and giving me malware? Gotta lock that stuff down.
No. Slippery slope situations, man.
Wait. What is this that Barry said?
The Amex comment?
Yeah.
He had to go through a colonoscopy on the phone with one of the reps to get stuff done. Pain in the you-know-what, man. That's a company, I think, that security is ultra sensitive, hypersensitive when it comes to those types of cards.
I'm probably going to speak for me and Los, but that's probably why we pay like $400 a year for our cards.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, the damn annual fee on the gold card, it's $450. The plum, I'm paying what, $299?
The card I'm rocking as my primary, a Hilton Honors Business Plus.
That's $499 a year.
$395.
Oh, they lowered. They lowered it because it was $499.
Yeah, but it's worth the money.
Yeah, to have it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Bro, the lounge, Pete. That's all I gotta say. The lounge, bro. We were kicking it,
dude. So cheers. I found an Amex lounge at the Denver airport. Their coffee beats the living daylights out of that Starbucks.
Starbucks is trash.
But Starbucks is the only coffee you can find.
I know. They got
unless you're at the Amex.
I know.
Bro, the coffee they use at Amex, though, P has a point. Whatever they use is that high-quality stuff, bro. There's some good coffee, bro.
Is it the right bean, bro? Is it the right bean?
The right bean,
it seems to be.
Every single lounge I've ever been to, bro, it's that right beat, strong.
When you drink it, does it make your eye twingle? Does
No.
it kind of shake and
It's
no?
It's
It
smooth.
tastes like bliss.
Got you off it. It's like
By the way, real quick, this podcast is not brought to you by the following companies: Starbucks, nor is it brought to you by Amex.
no way.
No way.
Although, Sneed, if you wanted to get a sponsorship from Amex, you do have 2 really happy members here.
That would be nice, dude. I would love a sponsor completely unrelated to the content of the show, but things that you guys would like and enjoy to somehow take advantage of. So like coffee, for example, a sponsor that could provide like gift cards and giveaways and stuff. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, bro. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go Dunkin' over Starbucks. Most definitely, Ryan.
You got
I don't-
Dunkin's over there?
Yeah, we got Dunkin'.
Dutch Bros, bro. Dutch Bros is where it's at, bro. Trip.
I have no Dutch bro, but Einstein's Bagels and Dunkin'
Yeah.
you beat Starbucks.
When you come out,
That's pretty good.
For me, it's only Dunkin' and Starbucks mostly.
Pete, when you come
We
out,
got a company called Caribou that's out here.
I
They're
do
pretty
too. They're
Yeah.
good, but man, that Amex coffee.
How about that hibiscus?
Oh,
Biscuit.
should have got some of that ready before I hopped on, but no.
I know, right?
Um,
Wawa. What is Wawa?
It's a convenience store chain in the Pennsylvania area.
like Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Okay, when they
Nothing
make up
over
these company
here.
names,
Wawa.
they just invent. Do they just invent sounds and then spell it,
No,
or is that like a person's name?
This was named after a tribe that the
Okay, so it is a
English,
name. Okay.
colonists smallpoxed.
Oh.
Geez, they had that in the blankets, huh?
Yep,
Well, Wawa in Spanish is something else.
I know.
It's kid. It's kid.
Hey, maybe I should. Maybe after I
It's a place.
graduate, I should
Wawa's
try.
in Pennsylvania.
I should try to start the process of being the T-Mobile CISO, Chief Information Security Officer.
Is there anybody here
They
that
should.
doesn't agree with Ryan? I think we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
This is just a consumer. This is just a consumer update. This wouldn't pertain to anybody trying to, hurt a company or,
Yeah,
discourage
of
them
course.
from succeeding.
Yeah.
I still want
I
to
agree.
see all the companies included in that over 100 gig database.
Yeah.
I want to see if
Because-
there's a trend, right? Wouldn't you want to see a trend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Brandon's comment where they said, do you think the FCC will step in to investigate? How many times does it take?
Probably not.
probably
Because data breaches would be the FBI, not the FCC.
not. The last major data breaches that occurred in the U.S., the DOJ had the FBI do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, the Facebook data breach as well, I think. Or no?
No. That could pay it off out of court.
Oh.
The FCC would be an issue if it was communications equipment.
Yeah.
If it was like Huawei
Yeah.
gear and something was going on with backdoors on equipment.
Yeah,
So-
correct.
David, T-Mobile did not make the ginger beer, nor did they make the alcohol.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
But they are adult beverage distributors at this point, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
No.
that gin was a promo. They're no longer distributors.
Oh, it was limited time. Okay, all right. So
Ah,
they
well,
were
true,
distributors
it was
for
a
2
limited
weeks.
time. Sure.
Damn, I should have picked up a couple more bottles so I could have sold it.
Hey,
Did you taste any of it? Anybody try any?
Bro,
Close, you got any of that gin?
I got it. I got both.
Pete, when was the last time you had beef eater, bro?
Want me to send you a bottle of the beer?
I have a bottle of the ginger beer. What is beefy?
I want to try the beer.
It's gin.
I want to try the beer, actually.
I'll send you a bottle, Sebs. I got you.
So they spent all this money on this marketing for this stuff, and then it only lasted 2 weeks.
Actually, they only
Yeah.
spent like $50,000 to get Jones Soda to make the ginger beer.
Ew.
So
Oh.
it was actually more effective advertising than you think.
Speedway was bought by 7-Eleven. Here's hoping they keep their pizza and coffee. Is it that good? They do sell a lot of that pizza and coffee. That's true.
Bro,
I mean, the 7-Eleven pizza is good, honestly. Here. Yeah.
Not really.
Nah,
I mean, it's not.
Man,
it's good if you're drunk.
Just don't eat the corn dogs, dog. Just don't do that.
Quick Trip and Racetrack are better.
So,
Wait,
have you guys seen any dish activity where you guys are at?
I'm waiting to see it, man. I can't catch anything.
hey, I found a new N41 site.
How's the speed?
We need dish, bro. Is there dish?
Come on, fire mobile, Pete.
Driving
Fire
away
Fire.
from the N41 side, I managed to get 300 down.
How
And
much?
then I jumped to 71, 300.
How many feet or miles?
No idea. I was just sitting at a stoplight.
No.
I'm like, full 5G, and I'm not connected to LTE. Wonder what I'm on.
Also, previously there was no 5G in that region.
Oh, it was 71 tied
And
with
71.
2.
Are you using Signal Check Pro or any type of apps?
Signal Check Pro.
Okay.
I don't know the capacity of the 5G. I just know it's there.
So for those of you that don't know, Mr. No Radio painstakingly left T-Mobile for Verizon, and there is a big piece of him that is in deep regret because hashtag DPrio is real.
Oh,
on Verizon.
man.
Well, the issue is
Damn.
so T-Mobile is very active where he lives, so he's got all this incredible, NR, 5G going on.
Hey,
but Pete,
T-Mobile's
the
doing
problem
same
is
thing.
the calling. The calling is not dependable. He had to switch for Verizon for calling.
I feel sorry for everybody who doesn't have the contiguous calling. I only have problems when I drop down to only band 12.
Band 12 is trash.
They need to do a spectrum swap with AT&T.
For what?
Band 71.
AT&T has band 71?
No,
No?
AT&T
Where-
doesn't
where-
have 71.
Yeah, where do they have 600 megahertz?
No, I would say they would need to change all band 12 to band 71. Like whoever has band 71.
AT&T has a little bit of spectrum close to blocks that T-Mobile has in some markets where it's just dangling doing nothing. Someone pointed out that Cincinnati is going to 10-digit numbers.
What do you mean?
Carlos, how many sites counted 60 permits 2 months ago on Dish? What do you got?
Bro, I mean, here you already know, bro.
They're almost done. They're almost done in Vegas.
They're doing I found out from a Dish guy. I'm actually speaking with a Dish guy now. And
Nice.
all the old Sprint indoor DASs are getting converted to Dish. So the casinos are all going to have indoor DASs for Dish.
That's pretty nice, dude. I don't know when they would start that, but that would be pretty cool.
It's already started. 2 casinos already got it.
So I want to answer to this statement from Anshuman Saini.
Wait, primetime TV still has ads?
So this is interesting. This is what I should say successful companies do. They take their weakness and they change the perception. It doesn't really necessary if it's true or not. It can be, it might not be, but they will attack it head on by saying it's not true.
Like AT&T putting up small cells in Grand Central Station despite the fact you still can't get a call.
It doesn't work.
What?
It's probably LAA.
No, Grand Central Station, New York. Everybody's on AT&T. Can't
No
get a phone
connect-
call.
So this is something that I saw Microsoft do.
I
Remember
got
when
to test
Vista?
that, honestly. What?
Pete, you remember XP and Vista? Remember that whole thing that happened with the software, with
Yeah.
the operating systems?
I didn't
Okay.
like it as much as Windows 2000, and don't
Now-
get me started comparing it to 95.
Well, Pete, here's my point. When the operating systems were failing, Microsoft didn't fix the problems. They marketed it more.
They
So that
marketed the C++ operating system crashing as a feature. Same
So
with
I
MA.
think what T-Mobile is doing is they're taking what has always been their trouble and what people have always said has been a weakness, which is their calling, right? The call quality, the call drops has always plagued them in the past. They're saying we're going to just advertise and push the narrative that we have the least spotty network. We that spotty reputation we have that's misinformation. We're just going to throw it at you. We've got the 5G coverage. We've got the 5G availability. That's just marketing 101.
Hey,
Right.
if you want spotty coverage, you take an AT&T line, you park in front of my brother-in-law's house, and then you wonder why you can't load a web page.
Is he in Colorado?
Longmont.
He's in Longmont.
Yeah.
Band 12, Doug.
Call that bad band 12. So, I'm really happy with that voiceover NR coming up because
What do you think, Pete?
they're adding E911 to N71.
Nice. Their best band. Standalone 71 should have some really good reach.
It has good reach. It makes my voice sound better over the phone.
Oh, snap.
Oh. And, instead of having 90-something% of their markets with only 5 megahertz, most of their markets are 10 to 15. So,
what is this,
yeah,
Barry?
better capacity.
Look at Barry's solution to fixing T-Mobile's calling. Purchase Verizon.
No. They
That will
buy
be
out
fixed with voice over
AT&T
NR.
by getting that HBO and Discovery and all those spin-off companies that AT&T owns 70% of.
Oh, man.
By the way, if you own 70% of a company, they're not a spin-off. They're a tax.
They're a minority owner.
Yeah, the company's a minority owner of the company.
Right. Well,
There you go.
So
Steve.
just one little last bit of news here. I actually ran into a Dish site. It's on the bottom sector, and every other carrier except for Verizon is on the top. But this was installed probably in the last 3 months. So
the gear's at the bottom there?
correct. Mm-hmm.
Now look at all that potential for more gear, more antennas.
That's how they're setting it up to support 3-sector sites.
Just above that, we have AT&T.
How soon do you guys think we see CBRS gear going up? They have 10 to 20 megahertz national.
I mean, bro, I can see it. Once they get the network going live, I can see them start deploying the CBRS, bro. I say within 6 months, see how the revenue goes.
You guys think the focus is going to be the 800 megahertz, the AWS gear? They'll just stick with that for a while. Do you think they're going to do anything with the it's going to be the 600 for coverage. They've got 600. They've got some 700 megahertz too. They could do N20
29.
20. Okay, so it's 29. And then it's N70 for the AWS.
They got N66, N70.
Okay. And N26, you think they're going to do that? They've got 5 megahertz national at a Sprint.
Yeah, they're gonna do it all.
All right. So you think they're a 300 megabit per second network with nobody on it, like when they first launch in Vegas?
Who knows?
300, 400 megs? I mean, because if they're aggregating a couple of carriers and you have hardly anybody on these towers, and you said they're pretty dense.
Yeah, the X60 can do 1 carrier aggregation on SA, so it can do like the main band plus 1.
How good
Yeah,
do you
it
think
can.
the iPhone, how good do you think the next, Galaxy is going to be? What do you think?
I mean, I hope, but I did pick up that Snapdragon Insider phone, so I'm waiting for it to come in. I think it's the 27th when it comes in.
Get all the bands.
Yeah,
The
because
X65, I think, is 2-carrier aggregation, but also it adds millimeter wave carrier aggregation.
yeah,
It's going to happen, Danny. Every carrier has its spots. There have been locations where Verizon has made life troublesome. There have been spots where T-Mobile has made my life, difficult as well.
I
I
mean,
don't think
look
any
at the
carrier's
FCC
bulletproof.
map.
Hey,
There's
It's
yeah.
mostly accurate.
mostly, but not. I found out.
Carlos has a problem with some Nevada locations.
I looked around Longmont and the coverage map for friends I know on AT&T and Verizon and even T-Mobile are a little off.
Okay, so you're experiencing that too.
But it's still better than what I've seen elsewhere.
Yeah, of course. We can't deny that. It's better than.
I mean, when you look at the commercials, they got like T-Mobile's got the entire world pink, Verizon's got the entire world red, AT&T's got the entire world blue.
Futurama did a joke about this one.
Zoidberg?
No, this was Warnstrom commenting about this is how far this will impact in a day. This is when Fry had a cold. A day, a week, a month. This is Verizon wireless coverage map.
Well, here's the thing.
Apparently, in the year 3000, they still don't cover most of Montana.
Damn.
Who's got coverage in Montana, man?
T-Mobile has some solo spots, according to the FCC.
Well, you've been through there. You could comment on some of it, Pete. Wyoming,
actually,
Montana.
The parts of Montana that I was driving around had no issue with T-Mobile, except in the middle of Glacier Park. And north side of Glacier, I was on Rogers.
Parks are tough, Pete. The national parks and stuff.
Yeah, so, hey, I was just happy I could get dirt in the entrance center, but the north side, I was on Rogers.
Yeah. Oh, you were picking up Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
I also got Canadian for 15 miles down on US 89.
Oh,
So when you joke and say that I'm picking up band 26 at 3 megahertz because of Lake Erie in Canada, that's real?
Yes.
Pete, we're like 50 some miles
Lake
away.
effect.
Yeah.
Seriously?
So,
that signal's going to skim across the top of the water.
This.
Do I really
Wow.
have to explain to you?
Here he goes, bro. He's going to do
Put
it.
it on the whiteboard, bro. Put it on the whiteboard.
Pete, I kid you not, dude. I can't get a Verizon signal more than 5 miles off the coast.
Okay, this is a lake. Say this is Canada.
Hey, let's get a zoom in here. Can we get a zoom in?
Here, let's put him in. Where is it? There you go.
Let's get a zoom in here. What is Pete up to? Yeah.
Call this Ohio USA. So, chances are Verizon is pointing away from the lake. And here in Canada, they're going all directions because there's some type of overlap in shipping traffic.
Okay.
It bounces.
So the 3 megahertz of band 26 is a thing, huh?
Yep.
So they're using what, 1.5 for guard band or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
also do that. I also do that to get radio stations when I'm driving in your area after 10, so I can listen to the cuts with the F word.
Oh.
At New Jersey 49 near Tuckahoe.
I've been
Did I
there.
say that right? Tuckahoe?
It's been a bit.
Yeah, there was a live stream where I found a millimeter wave node pointing towards the lake. That was crazy.
Yeah, now,
How far would that reach, Pete? How far out if it was pointing directly out?
probably a third of the way, as long as it doesn't bounce off the water. So, are we talking high wave or low wave?
It's millimeter wave, like
No,
M260.
the water. Is it waving?
It's, I don't know, dude, a couple of feet, maybe 2-3 feet.
So, millimeter wave will not bounce with water
What does it
in the
do?
lake.
Does it just like depress on it?
Yep.
Wow.
So, depending on how high the antenna is and where it's pointing, it's your distance.
I don't understand, bro, why they put a millimeter wave in it. Like, what, a jet ski is going to just roll on by? And then... Again, yeah, man.
But bro, they've made, but millimeter wave has been improved a lot, bro, in this short period of time.
Yeah,
Now-
but I still don't trust it bouncing with water or steel.
Yeah, right.
But no, Pete, the other day I was doing a live stream. I was literally halfway in the casino and I was picking up millimeter wave, bro, getting like 1.6 gigs down in the casino. And the node was outside.
Impressive.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked.
It's starting to work further into the bakery now. And the uplink especially, right? That's the tough one. Uplink is always the hard one. So I used to get like 5 to 10 megabits inside the main entrance of the bakery. Now I'm getting 40. I used to barely get connection, like 300 megabits on downlink. Now I'm getting 1.5 gigs. So the signal strength is improving. I'm not sure if there were any type of firmware updates to the hardware. I don't know if they're doing anything uniquely different, but I'm just saying the signal quality is better than it's ever been.
Yeah, bro, I was shocked when it put in 2 casinos I went to.
Mine was a Google phone, by the way. I was testing on the Google phone. That was not an iPhone.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Might be that beamforming.
Might be.
Does the baker get enough foot traffic to justify them giving you good service?
You know what it's for, Pete? It's the 5G home. They're really, really targeting that. They want as many customers on that service as possible. And whatever mobility they can offload LTE, they're satisfied.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, dude. Trust me. When you're connected to the ultra wideband, it's impressive. Like, you see the type of speeds I get at my house.
You
see that.
Sounds like I need to double check the Denver Civic Center.
So when me and Carlos were starting to see 2+ gigabit speed, and very easily achieved, like it wasn't hard to get it. Stetson was going to Denver and testing, and he was barely connecting the sites.
Yeah, I've had the same issue.
So it looks like, depending on the maturity of the build, how far along they are, the density, as well as like, for example, in my market, they're now doing phase 2. I call phase 2 Samsung gear. They're taking down all the old Nokia gear, the trash. They're putting it and replacing with Samsung, and they've also widened the channels. They're now at 800 megahertz. So it's 4 gigs, 3.5, 4 gigs.
Yep.
What's up, Big John? What's happening, bro?
Uh-oh, he's saying love the new layout.
Oh, snap. Looks like we're going to stick with it. The restream.
Oh, guys, compared to Sneed, how he sounds usually when he uses the other one, how's his audio? Is it richer, better, the same? There you go. I forgot to ask him, bro.
How's my audio?
You're good?
I would say better.
Yeah, he seems a little less compressed to my ears.
Dude, the StreamYard does not play nicely with my interface or my mic. I hate StreamYard when it comes to sound. Terrible. Trash. It's like the Cox of audio. Trash.
Oh, damn.
So,
what's up, Jay? What's happening, man?
So, Lois, I got a serious question for you. Shipping my stuff out tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nice. So
we'll include an AT&T SIM in there for you too. I already put it in.
Good stuff. Hold up.
We got the tremendous
Stop
audio.
The truck. John sends a $2 super chat. New layout.
Michaelian, bro.
Michaelian. And if you want me to try to pronounce it correct again, feel free to send another $1.
By the way, he's second cousins to the Kardashians, don't you know?
Really?
Really?
I absolutely love Running Flames comment.
Oh.
I got let me take this question from Ryan real quick because this is important. Literally, what's the point of millimeter wave, right? Does it make pages load faster? No. But because pages load up fast with what we have today. So you're not going to feel it in page loading. You know what you're going to feel it in?
I
You're going to
feel
feel it.
snappiness on 3G page loading.
The ultra wideband gives you like the like video uploading is profoundly better. Like if I wanted to upload one of my videos, I was creating content, I could do it really, really fast, right? It would take seconds as opposed to minutes. That's one of the use cases I felt that's been really nice. Also, the video playback, undisrupted. You can do full video resolution, whatever your device can do. So 4K, whatever. I would also say the hotspot's incredible, right? You're literally sky's the limit. So if you're getting 3 gigs of hotspot, you could power 10 devices.
I must say another thing. Jared Weaver points out, don't mess with my solid 1 megabits metric. On,
David,
Edge. Yeah,
I think
a page
David's
will
right
load
here.
on 1.
Telecom meth. What?
Yeah, I think David's right. Ultra wideband is telecom meth. Yes, it is very addicting. Multi-gig speeds is impressive.
Yeah.
Get fiber.
I'm apparently in a rural area too, despite the fact my city has over 119,000 people.
Yeah, but Sebby, it's millimeter wave is like wireless fiber.
Yeah, I know.
You know, basically. I mean,
Basically,
hell, I've
yeah.
never.
It's wireless fiber, except photons interfere with it more.
Facts.
True.
The millimeter wave the other day when I was on the strip, bro, that's what saved all like AT&T tanked. T-Mobile was, only had one spot where it was decent, where it was N41. It was holding up, but the rest was just like no upload. Millimeter wave needs to be put in these high capacity areas, bro. There's a lot of foot traffic because it does help support the heavier traffic.
That's what it's there for, giving more capacity. And yes, I do believe their stock is so undervalued that I have 4 shares.
I'm not joking when I say that the AT&T stock is a $70 to $80 stock.
So,
I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's like this today, but whatever.
And Schumann Sayani Nini.
Nice.
What do you all spend out of pocket for phone plans?
I think I've got 200 in personal lines. I think. And testing lines, so I'm at like $200. So my what in Verizon lines I'm at about $100. In AT&T lines I'm at about $100.
I'm at like $300.
Carlos.
About 1,500, bro.
Wow.
Well, hold on. Am I supposed to count the entire fam?
Yeah.
Okay, Verizon. I got the home internet. I have everybody else's lines. My Verizon bill's $300.
So, are you on Verizon Internet or Los Mobile right now?
Right now, I'm on Los Mobile, home internet.
Mhm.
My 300 has 4 phone payments on it.
So you're more like 200. Yeah.
15 lines on T-Mobile, $200 if I don't do payments.
What?
Damn.
What? Yo, Pete, milking the game isn't even the right word, man.
Hey, you have a T-Mobile line out of it.
I do. Bro, that is crazy. You know, when Lawrence was telling me he had 9 lines for $117, I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
Yours is kind of better than his, actually.
Damn. I got more.
Okay, so Sebby, you know how you have a couple of free lines in your account?
Yeah. For
Okay,
me, it's like
Lawrence-
10 lines for 120.
Yeah, Lawrence has like, he's got like 5 lines and he's paying for like 2.5.
I have like 5 free lines.
Every time they gave out a
same
free line
Peter.
promo, people
Same
people
Pete.
took them. You know.
Hey, I had store managers loving the fact they're routing a business line.
And the best thing about Pete with his business account, they treat him like a king, dude. They pull out the carpet for him, man.
I'm still able to call up the office of the president to ask for support if I think 611 didn't work.
Damn.
You should tell him about my 12 megahertz, bro, or my band 12
megahertz.
5 megahertz, right? Nothing reaches the house, dude. It sucks.
Hey, you need enough N41 to give that cat you don't own a third leg.
all the moles and voles that are running around in the fields around me.
Yep. Give him a fifth leg. You need that much N41.
That's a shame, Carlos. I think running flames onto us, man. We got to start spending more money on restaurants and clothes and video games.
Lowe's, you got a pizza place going on?
Dude, I'm trying to find a location. I actually am going to go back into the business.
See? He is doing restaurants.
How many lines do you have total, Tech, for your needs? I'm just curious. You got the 2 free ones, so you probably have, what, like 5 or 6 or something like that?
Probably 6.
Yeah. Holy crap. Is this real life?
How the hell do you get 8 megs?
They sent you a T-Mobile home internet with band 12, 5 megahertz? They didn't run an assessment on that?
You should call them and cancel unless you're on dial-up, at which point...
No, dude, he literally has no options. There's nothing there.
At which point you should thank them, but still.
Okay, what would Viasat be?
And they don't... he doesn't have, like, any other bands? Only band 12?
He's only picking up band 12. It must be far from the site.
Oh, damn. For him, it would be better if he does, like, modify the home, like the modem of the home internet to have, like, external antennas.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have a video we can share on the Discord or Patreon for that, Sebby?
Let me check, but sure.
Band 71, 5 megahertz only? What?
What?
Wait, he's probably got the LTE box. So he's only connecting to the LTE 71.
Oh,
no
that
radio.
makes sense.
Here's the thing, though. Starlink might look better on paper, but $500 for the first month is a hard pill for some people.
But bro, look, so this is what I've noticed.
Bro, what is this? 200 kilobits?
Oh, no, hell no.
Right.
Yeah, hell no.
I'll take the 8.
I'll take the 8 and be happy with $50 a month.
Oh my god.
With the thing is, Pete, with the Starlink, okay, so you pay, you got to pay the 5, but that includes like your next bill won't be due for about a month and a half. But that equipment, bro, go on eBay. I was telling Sneed, that equipment is selling for like $4,000.
But I'm trying to keep the service. I ain't trying to sell the
No,
equipment.
but when it comes down to, like, you wanted to get rid of it, you didn't want it no more, bro. You could sell the equipment anywhere between $1,500 to $4,900.
Bro, look, the homie ordered in February. He's still waiting on stuff, dog.
Bro, that's crazy. Bro. I literally ordered mine. What was it? When did I order? February, and I got it.
You got yours fast.
At the end of March.
Yeah,
fast.
Yep.
I actually ordered mine through Los and his address, and he's going to use it for like a week and then send it to me. So I don't see why that wouldn't work down here.
Because with Starlink on the app, you can just go on the app and change your address, service address, and it'll update right away.
If you look at their serving maps, you'll see California is one of their hotbeds. They're doing pretty good, especially northern and central Cali.
Yeah,
they're doing a nice job with Starlink. I think Washington State, I saw Minnesota, I saw Maine.
Basically,
Michigan.
The places where there's no wires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I've been doing a little bit of homework on the Verizon 5G home internet, and I'm starting to see a trend where they're offering the service. It's really strategic. It makes total sense when you think about it. But for those of you that are not anticipating your 5G home as an option, once Verizon does C-band, it's going to change everything. I know exactly what they're doing, dude. They're targeting specific competitors. They are literally... if they market their service properly, they're gonna bury 2 competitors, bro. 2 cable ISPs. They're gonna kill them.
Cox is one.
Cox is one of them. They're gonna kill they
And a
Pete,
Spectrum.
and exact Spectrum's another one. There's 2 or 3. They are targeting them because of, and I know what it is. It's billing and it's customer care. Because those companies are known for explosive billing and crap customer care and like horrible
True.
service, obviously. So they're because they actually some of the times those companies offer gigabit speed. It's not necessarily just the speed they're trying to get people on. They're going to be competitive with pricing. 80, 70 with autopay, 50 with autopay if you have wireless. So the pricing's fair. The speed is going to be multi-gig, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue is everything else. It's the reliability or lack thereof. It's the customer care. It's the explosive pricing. You know, it's that stuff. They're targeting those companies. They're not really looking for AT&T fiber customers.
Okay.
Sometimes they step over and spill a little bit over, but they're not really looking at AT&T fiber as a place to infiltrate. They're looking at Cox, Spectrum, Comcast.
Freaking Comcast.
Makes sense.
Just need another one.
Another one.
One of my neighbors, 2 streets over, I was talking with him, you know, when he was walking his dog, you know, he saw the Verizon home internet on my window. He was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, that's the new internet." So he went and ordered it because he has Verizon. Well, he doesn't have a millimeter wave on his street, and he's 2 streets over. So what Verizon does is they'll come out and set up a professional install, and what they do is they put a repeater with the amplifier into your house. So basically they put it like a satellite. It's not a satellite, but it's just like a little repeater square thing, and it has a built-in amp, and then it runs the Verizon home internet, and literally you can get 1.52 gigs even with the repeater.
It's pretty good. How's the latency?
Latency's the lowest he got is 9. So it'd be
That's pretty good.
9
Sub
and
10.
15.
It's not bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a repeater. Yeah, that's good.
In my opinion, if C-band is 60 megahertz, I mean, with proper backhaul and optimizations, I mean, if you're within a mile of the site, why can't you expect 500-600 megs easily? Come on, we've seen N41 pushing 600-700 at that depth.
Oh yeah.
So why wouldn't we expect C-band to do that? Now it is going to be used for mobility too, so maybe that's what he's kind of including in his estimates. But yeah, when they go 160 megahertz, it'll be fast.
I'm seeing N41 personally being positioned as a speed band because when you have the N71 with the E911 coming, you got your calling covered.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just wish I used to talk with AT&T and Verizon guys in my building.
Hey Pete, would you agree that N41's got to get beyond a mile though?
I think I've encountered places where it exceeded it, but that's the exception, not the norm.
Where do you want to see it at eventually? What's fair?
2 1/4.
I was gonna say I'd be happy with 2 mile reach. If it gets 2 miles solid,
I
good
agree.
RSRP at 2 miles, I'm good.
I
agree.
2 1/4. That would give you. Ideally, you should have capacity towers in non-congested areas every like 2 miles anyway. So if it can take you 2 1/4, you get some overlap.
Do you think the maps, coverage maps, the indoor outdoor coverage maps, those types of things we see, should they be built on a PCS footprint or should they be built on something higher frequency?
They should be built on all frequency. They should label, hey, in this location you have coverage. This rolling directs USC show. Close when it show up.
But like out here in Vegas, bro, T-Mobile has a lot of tower sites, bro. Like straight up, they have more than
Sometimes too many.
yeah, and they're overlapping. They interfere, bro. Like
Where the heck are they doing that?
you literally, bro. I've seen tower sites where they're an eighth of a mile apart.
I've never seen that here because I don't think they have the market share. So they don't densify like that here. Their density here is pretty balanced.
But the problem is with that is that it's because they're beaming it and it's too close. You're having when you're literally when you're driving, bro, you'll see the thing switching between PCI for that tower, PCI the other tower. So it's confused, bro. It's like
That
That kills
also
battery life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kills battery life too.
yeah.
We like
Because you're
consistent
in
battery.
between of both towers, and it makes like a lot of interference, messes the signer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I
Sebby
could
knows that.
I could see them putting it up every block if they're pointed in one direction for the internet, and every like mile or so having them in 3 or 4 directions for the internet and the road. But if
That would be
they're just going straight out, they're messing everything up.
That's the problem, bro. It's you don't need it. If you have like let's say constraints with with too many people on the tower site, that's why they have small cells, bro. Deploy some of those bad boys to get rid of the congestion.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if the person who came up with that one had the same vendor that got the Verizon idea to blast millimeter wave over Lake Erie.
Oh,
I don't get it. So they always do 3 sectors, right?
yeah.
So they got one shooting towards the lake, then they got one shooting east and one shooting west. Why didn't you just
Put
shoot
it
them
south.
all? So just one east, one west, one south. Why is one pointing north to the lake? How does that help anybody?
Well, you see, Sneed, Verizon is a rich people's network, and they like having regattas. And a regatta requires a lake, boats, buoys, and alcohol. So how can you watch your 4K Pornhub Premium during your regatta if there's no millimeter wave?
Oh,
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate the explanation. It's a wonderful rationale. I love it. Oh my God. I'd bet in rural America 4 miles every tower is probably sufficient. You get those towers up nice and high.
Especially if you have 20 megahertz of that N71.
They have
Maybe
N71
30.
and 20 megahertz sometimes out in rural.
I'd hope. That'd be nice.
So they can probably get some decent speed then.
Yeah, I've encountered some N71 things where I think it was like 15 megahertz and I was sitting about 100.
Listen, I want to make sure I'm connected to ultra wideband when I'm doing my cannonballs and jackknives. All right.
Yep.
My frog splashes,
No regattas for the Sneed man?
No.
Dude, you gotta step it up. You're on Verizon.
No, stop it, Pete. Stop it. Now, you know the story how I ended up on Verizon is I was actually an Alltel customer.
Yep.
Right? I was converted in the consumption, when Verizon got Alltel, mostly national.
Oh,
and the coverage was identical. Nothing changed for my experience. My bill stayed the same. Everything was cool. I never had any trouble. And that's one of the things I think that's why people stay with the carrier. Everything stays good. People are satisfied. When you look at T-Mobile's improved retention, you look at their improved churn rate. Their churn rate used to be atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
What they've been able to do is they've caught up in the network. They relied less and less on the regional carriers, and their speeds have gotten better. Their plans are industry trailblazing, right? The taxes and the fees. That's how T-Mobile improved their churn rate, customer satisfaction. That's as simple as that. The team of experts was a big piece, giving everybody all these great things like Netflix on us. And dude, all of it matters. It's the whole shebang.
Is Apple Watts on our Twitter
Another
thread
one.
with PA Tech?
Sprint churn is a nightmare, Jared. That goes back a long long time. Their prepaid churn is like 5%. I think their postpaid churn at times was almost 2%.
They had
really
some
bad.
really high churn for people not paying for service.
Yo, Pete, there were people on free lines, on Kickstart lines.
Oh yeah,
They're paying taxes.
I had one of those lines.
How long did you keep it?
$19.99. 2 months.
Wait, you had the $25 one?
I had the $20 one back when it was 20 or 15. It was 15, the first one, the version 1. And then it was 19 after taxes.
It was 35 at one point. It was 25 at one point. You got it at $19.99, you
It
said?
was $15. The very first
15.
one. Yep.
Okay. Man, they were just dying to get people on those plans. Just be on our network, please. Carlos sent me out the sim. I was like, dang, they actually did improve the service out here. I don't see 3G anymore.
wait,
crazy.
what?
Dude, Pete, look, man, up until about 2018, 2017, Sprint was the only company I ever saw a 3G icon on a smartphone. T-Mobile was done with all that 3G stuff.
Hey.
I had it. Verizon and AT&T hadn't had 3G in Cleveland for like 4 or 5 years.
On
like
T-Mobile, the only time I'm only on HSPA Plus 2 times. Why did I decide to turn it on? Because the other channels are too congested, or if they're doing maintenance on all the towers.
You know what I don't like about the new iPhones? You can't pick 3G.
It's still valid.
They don't let you pick it.
So, interesting thing I've noticed about the HSPA Plus on the T-Mobile. They don't throttle the Netflix speed.
On 3G?
Nope.
How much can you get on 3G, though?
I got 12 down.
Better than the Band
On
71?
par with the Verizon DSS 5G in the same location.
Oh, no.
And actually, the video buffered less.
Oh, snap. Carlos did a whole live stream on 3G in Vegas, I think, on Verizon.
I haven't figured out how to turn the 3G on to the Fold, but hey, if I'm able to get 12 down on DSS, watch
Verizon. When Verizon turned on DSS here, the speeds went way down.
Oh yeah.
Turn off that DSS with Samsung Band Select.
For some reason, every time it installs an update, it turns it off.
No, but I mean, when you download the app Samsung Band Select and then put LTE.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh.
Or the 2263 hidden menu.
Yep. I know DSS, man, dude. No way. I ain't the one.
Yeah, DSS. That's good for CBRS for the shared access, but beyond that,
I really wonder if it will work with CBRS or C-band. It will work well or nah.
we will see when it's deployed.
See, even my Pixel, my choice is global, LTE CDMA, or LTE GSM UMTS. So I can't even force 3G.
Because you know why, right? Because what Verizon does is they add the CDMA less provisioning. So you have to call them and tell them to take off CDMA less provisioning, and then it'll give you the option again.
For some people, that might matter, right, Los? When you go out there to some of those spots out in Nevada.
That's what I did, bro. I had mine disabled. I can on my iPhone, even 12 Pro Max with the Verizon SIM, I can force into 3G now.
I like what was his name? Makiko Martinez, one of my life hacks. Tired of video throttling? Try 3G.
Can't make a call? Try 3G.
Try 3G.
It works.
You're at the fireworks on the Independence Day, and everybody's got all the 5G and the LTE all congested.
Turn on 3G.
Yep, and then call and talk to your mama.
Yep. Because, Download speed's great until it's too congested. And
Jarrett, the answer to that is no. C-band will be 100% 5G.
Mm-hmm.
so it's going to make the LTE congestion worse. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're going to continue with the CBRS build. I think they're going to leave all that to LT for at least another year. So they'll continue to support the customers that need capacity with CBRS, but the C-band is 100% going N77 or 78. What is it going to be? Anybody know?
Which capacity? The CBRS?
What is C-band going to be for Verizon?
60 megahertz.
No. What's the band? Is it going to be 77 or 78?
77 and 77.
That's confirmed. We know for sure. Okay, so then that's in place. So anybody doing 78? Or is that the BC block?
That's the C block.
C block? Okay. So that'll be later. That'll be 2023, I think.
Yeah, because the C block is the higher. It's closer to
A little bit higher. Okay.
I wanna
I'm excited to
say-
see what they do with N48. I mean, that'll be cool, bro. But I just don't think they're ready to do it yet.
Real quick, Kevin said, "Why is Verizon's band 13 in my experience so slow?"
Really?
It's because it's like band 12 on T-Mobile. You got
No, but
about
Pete, it has
5 megahertz, and it's
no.
garbage.
It's more. It's more. It's just too many people are on it.
Oh yeah, that's their
there's-
pile-on channel.
There's too many band 13 only sites. That's the freaking problem, dude.
Yep.
Verizon needs to get out there, upgrade all the legacy LTE tech, and
With
then slap
Verizon
on all
modems.
that C-band gear. Yeah, bro.
Not
Fun game.
Verizon. They need to put up that Samsung, none of that Ericsson and Nokia crap.
Bro,
I guess the Ericsson's good, Pete. It's the Nokia that's the trash.
Hey, compared to Samsung,
I'm a big fan of the Samsung gear. I love it, dude.
bro, you know what's crazy, bro? There's by the Hoover Dam. There's a Verizon tower site. Well, it just got upgraded recently. Now they put all the carriers on it, but it was band 13 only. Bro, I was getting like 60, 70 down on band 13 only site. That was crazy.
well, nobody's at the Hoover Dam.
Oh yeah, nobody's on it, but it's crazy.
Did you see that I-11 to the south?
Yeah,
Or was it I-19? Yeah, nobody's
I-11.
there. Yeah, nobody's there. They're all on the interstate. You have a free tower right there, my friend.
yeah.
I want to say the old Sprint SIM card actually lets you enable 3G.
Yeah, it does.
You know, Don, the problem is the number of sites that are band 13 only. They need band 2 on those sites. They need 66 on there. They need to upgrade those daggone sites. They have band 5 in a lot of those places.
Even millimeter wave.
Hey, Sneed,
Upgrade.
recently sitting in my basement, I found myself connected to 15 megahertz of 26.
What?
What?
Not going to complain about 40 megs down in my basement, though.
Whoa! On the T-Mobile.
Wait, how'd you get band
T-Mobile.
26 but not band 71?
I don't know.
They're supposed to
Oh,
be.
battery saver under 20%.
Oh, that's why probably battery saver.
Interesting.
But yeah, 40 megs.
This is on your Pixel?
Yeah, 40 megs on Sprint LTE.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know they had that type of spectrum depth on that channel.
I didn't. Wait, let me double check. I took a screenshot.
It might have been the band 25, actually.
It might
That's
have
possible, because sometimes
Yeah,
I
that's
connect to band
possible.
25.
been. I mix up those two all the time, so.
Well, band 25 is a really nice band, actually. It's a shame that they started to
No, wait.
taper off the spectrum.
It was 5 megahertz of band 26 at 40 megs down.
What? So nobody's using Sprint out there.
Nope.
Oh, that it is.
Oh, so it's like here, because here band 26 actually gives you like 30, 35.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
nobody's using it. My neighbors on Sprint are all on T-Mobile.
Yeah.
No, that is
They
true.
got-
Because when I was forcing band 26 only here, I would get about 30. Yeah. It's crazy.
So Kevin, when we use the term capacity, that's just a generic term describing speed, essentially. Bandwidth is obviously the correlating factor. You have a lot of bandwidth, you usually have a lot of capacity. So
So
the total bandwidth is going to be the depth of the channel.
capacity is something different than it is close to speed, but it's something different. Capacity, if you're not, stuffed, you'll get fast speeds. But capacity is the network's ability to hold many people without giving you problems loading apps or web pages or making calls.
Yeah, but Pete, in most cases, if you were trying to describe this to the average person, you would say that a speed is a function of capacity.
Yes,
Okay.
but there's more nuance to that.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, sometimes
if I'm in a
sometimes-
venue with 1,000 people and I got 120 megahertz of band N41, I'm not going to be getting speed, but I'm going to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, but if you were to test it off peak, you would see 800 megabits down. You would test it on peak, you would see 50 megabits down.
Yeah, and 50
Right.
is still usable. That's
Very,
what capacity
very
is.
much. Sure. Yeah. Pete, do you think a single mid-band channel under 100 megahertz of depth deserves the term ultra capacity?
No.
No.
What do you think should be the definition for ultra capacity? If you had to put a number or some kind of a metric, you had to quantify what is ultra capacity.
It is the spectrum requirement for a capita of users to maintain a minimum download of 100 megs a second.
So I don't know, man. That's relative to the scenario, to the situation.
So let's see. You're familiar with the term per capita, right?
Mm-hmm. So what would we say? A site can serve 1,000 people and maintain 100 megabits per second or higher?
Yep.
That sounds fair.
So it's if a site can serve 1,000 people and maintain 100 down, yeah.
I was going to make it easier. I was going to say in order to call something ultra capacity, it must have at least X amount of bandwidth, whatever the combined channel bandwidth is. So if it's single carrier, 200 megahertz of spectrum. If it's multi-carrier, each channel, collectively must add up to, 200 or something like that. I'm just looking at it from, it's hard to call it a speed, just a singular speed, right? 1,000 megabits. 1,000 megabits is ultra capacity. Well, what happens when you put 1,000 people on it?
Yeah, are they able to get 100 megabits?
It's still ultra capacity. It's holding down everybody on the site, but it's only going to get you 80 megs.
So,
that makes sense.
Ultra capacity would be parity with my definition of broadband, which is 20 by 5. So if you can connect at 20 by 5 under load, you're on a capacitive layer, but it's on an ultra capacitive. If you can connect on a capacitive load and get 100 down, you're on an ultra capacitive layer if it's under a sufficient load.
So do you like, if the T-Mobile N41 configuration at 100 megahertz right now is not typically meeting those speeds, at 160 they probably do.
Yeah.
So then at that point, it's accurate to call it ultra capacity.
Yep.
I agree, because I honestly would not call Verizon C-band at 60 megahertz. I wouldn't call that ultra capacity either.
Yeah.
I don't care how much fiber they have, and how great their fiber backhaul is.
You have physical limitations, but for how many people you can serve on a band that narrow or of that size, because 60 megahertz is not narrow. 5 is, or 1.5 is.
You know me, man. I view millimeter wave as the true ultra capacity layer. I don't really see mid-band really carrying all of the mail all of the time. I actually look at millimeter wave as how you keep mid-band from choking. You know, that's how I look at it. And it's how you offload literally as much as you can. Me personally, Pete, I see millimeter wave as the answer to true capacity. Like you can't serve a stadium on mid-band alone. That's 70,000 people. You would need 5 competitors or 5 network operators offloading all at the same time.
As I've said, millimeter wave is designed for large venues and deep cities, but when you're away from densities such as that within a square kilometer, mid-band is perfectly fine for covering them.
What was NR saying here? But AT&T has to clear that at some point, right? What are we talking about? The C-band? What was he referencing? Did I miss something?
AT&T, yeah, AT&T is clearing the C-band for Verizon.
They're gonna be at 40 megahertz to start.
Yeah.
So their C-band is literally. I mean, what are we expecting? 500 peak or 500 theoretical, maybe at their best.
Well, it's gonna
300.
It's gonna be decent because it's the lower block of the C-band. Plus, I mean, it's Verizon hooked them up, bro, to let them use that 40.
Well, they didn't hook them up, dude. They're
renting it.
They're paying. You know what? The way I look at that spectrum agreement is I see Verizon's like, dang, we really just spent $40-50 billion. Hey, AT&T, you want to use some of this for $10 billion?
And plus, you got to pay the
business.
Yeah.
All about business.
All about the money, man, like they always say.
Pete, have you done any research into C-band propagation at all?
Sadly, not really. At the moment, my purview is my main focus is network slicing, and it's going to be like that until probably end of November.
How intelligent is network slicing going to be at early onset of the introduction of new 5G standalone network cores?
Well, your Mint Mobile will be appreciated of it.
So all the MVNOs are going to start running a little bit cleaner, network access wise. Yeah,
and that's about it. A year out, maybe 2, you'll start seeing what I'm developing.
How's the IoT? How's the IoT going to be on these network slices? Pretty nice.
Depends on what's needed, and if you want your provider to be the IPv6 delegate for them.
How about Fire Mobile's DraftKings making bets on Boost Mobile?
You're gonna be fast. Because with network slicing, there's a way for the network operator to take a portion of the charges done on that slice.
Oh.
Are they going to be slicing and dicing channels, or are they going to be slicing and dicing available bandwidth?
I would say bandwidth.
Well,
like, are they going to be putting dedicated channels to certain use cases, or are they going to be just taking like
a slice is a network core application?
It's like a virtualized machine.
Yes, that acts as a virtual machine that does independent operations from the rest of the network core, or can interface with other applications hosted within the core.
Carlos, I don't know, you might know this. Is it 72 dB?
I think it was 75 when we saw it.
75.
I think
it was 72, 75, but the issue with power, it depends on the provider. Samsung is 200 watts, while Ericsson is 320, I think.
3 something, yeah.
Like M41, yeah.
Wait, Ericsson is 300?
Yeah, well, Samsung is 200 right now. Supposedly the next gen is 300, 320.
Ericsson's panel technology cannot be surpassed by other providers, bro. Ericsson's is the golden standard of wireless. Straight
All
up.
right, boys. I have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
You do?
Same.
I actually do, man. It sucks. I
Same
hate to
here.
admit it, but I
Same
actually have to
here.
like do stuff. It sucks, dude. It's been an incredible summer. I want to thank everybody for supporting the SMT, watching the videos, sharing them, commenting, chatting in the live, supporting with donations, everything and anything you guys have done all summer long. Thank you. I'm returning to work, real work. I don't call the bakery work because it's family, dude. I just love being there. But
Also,
actually
that
have, like-
food is something else.
so maybe now I can lose some weight, Pete. Maybe I could get on a
Oh,
diet.
yeah.
Dude.
Damn.
So,
Hold up.
Thanks, Michael.
Yep, Michael with a 555 super chat.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, man. And they're doing US dollars now, so you could do Canadian. Nice. Don't send me Canadian. I don't even know if that works, but
Hey,
Yeah.
I've seen
It
New
should
Zealand
convert
dollars,
automatically,
so it
though.
hurts.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So, real quick, one last thing. Who was it that asked? Oh, Running Flame, I believe it was. Is network slicing going to be bigger than VLAN for networking?
What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, it's going to be network as a service. And when I say network as a service, I'm not saying like, okay, I plug my computer into my router. No, it's going to be a mobile network platform as a service that you pay your operator to access.
It has more capability. It's like the blockchain of sorts. Like blockchain works. You have multiple apps.
Well, they can all be independent of each other and interface with each other. But the way I explain it is, say you're a large company and you set up a network slice for IoT. You could have network slice monitoring your HVAC system, your refrigerators, your various other things running in the building. Could also have it do routing for a call center. And you can get analytics and insight into all of that.
Oh my God! What is going? The live chat is starting to generate into these random live hashtags. I don't know what's going on right now.
So the
Right,
hashtag
correct,
for
okay.
tonight is Save the Bear.
Hashtag save the.
Oh, damn.
All right, man.
Oh,
Ashuman Asini asked, "Do your students watch this?"
I think they turn it on and then they end up turning it off after like 30 seconds. They're like, "What is this? This is boring."
They should watch the podcast. I'll start in the middle.
Oh my God!
hey guys, let's do this.
Oh, $10 from Sebby saying "Save the Bear."
Thanks, Sebby. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Hashtag save the bear.
So let's do this. Let's do this vote. So should need migrate over to Restream. Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. On the chat.
I like the
Massive
restream. It's
one
good,
is the
man.
correct answer.
Sebby's making the call, dude.
Well, I mean, your audio sounds great, bro.
Yeah, the compression on StreamYard is so bad, dude.
I voted Dennis Kucinich. This vote was confusing. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Michael. Can improvements in signal modulation improve performance as significantly as adding more spectrum? Or carriers doing much with that? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Look at millimeter
Definitely.
wave that Carlos was talking about. That is $20 from Alexis. Pair
Oh, here it
characters
goes.
sliding on the floor of the knee saying goal.
Dude,
Man. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, dude, I love this. It describes the sticker.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I discovered the sticker. That's cool.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so the option to not move to restream is no longer an option. Steve,
Wait,
put up a chat poll saying move to restream or move to restream.
I think I can only do that on the YouTube side. So let me go ahead and add that.
Yeah.
Nope, I can't do it.
The what?
How come you're not
Wait, I
moving?
can.
Why are you
Oh,
not
okay,
moving?
here it is. I got it right here.
Wait,
So
why
this
he not
is
moving?
going to be a 2-minute poll once he gets it up. The options are: should he switch to restream or should he switch to restream?
Okay, then. Let's
Okay.
go.
Like yes and yes. Or hell yes.
Or I don't know how to answer this question. I think we should breed ducks.
Oh, damn.
Hey, what up, Lavendi? Yeah, this your boy Apple Watts.
Oh,
All right. Let's see here. Did this work? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can get this to. There we go. All right. The poll is up. You guys can now vote. The poll is. Where did it show?
Yep.
There it
oh,
goes.
it is. I'll check.
Should I switch to restream full time? Your choices are yes, yeah, yes, or yes.
Yes.
Bro, a lot of weird options, bro. But it's got 'em.
So the Dennis Kucinich joke came from a Futurama episode where they were trying to sell stock.
Do you guys know where Dennis Kucinich is? Where he's from?
No.
He's from Ohio.
Nice.
He's actually running. He's running for mayor for Cleveland.
Hey, wasn't he pro-labor?
Very much so.
Yeah. Vote for him, man. Labor's
he's
good.
he's actually a really nice guy, dude. He comes into the bakery all the time. Yeah.
Damn, I gotta visit the bakery more.
Oh, dude, you could sit down and kick it with him. He's a cool dude, bro. He's been coming to the bakery for decades, since like the late 80s, early 90s.
Somebody give you a suggestion there, bro.
After he failed that presidential run?
Yeah, it didn't work out for him.
No. U.S. not ready for people like him.
Need a new Patreon tier. Call it, yeah. Oh my god, you guys are incredible.
Okay, so the results from this poll are in. I am closing it. The response is unanimous. Yeah.
88%. I got it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You had to say it a little louder, man.
I know, seriously.
The bakery is in downtown Cleveland. It's a Mediterranean bakery.
I just had a Juicy Lucy a couple days ago, Pete.
Nice.
Yeah, still digesting it.
Makes sense. So
just that's a wrap.
Yep.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you to everybody for all the donations here at the end. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all. Everybody in the live chat, everybody on replay crew, for those watching this later. Big shout out to Carlos S. Tech, moderators, if I can get a link to his channel. Big shout out to Sebby. Thanks for joining us, bro, and all that you do.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for coming on. You guys are the best.
I
man.
loved having Subster here.
Yeah, we're gonna try to bring a larger panel as much as we can, as long as people are available. Apple Watts. I need a link for Apple Watts channel, and dude does more giveaways than I do. I don't think I haven't done a giveaway in
we haven't done it over a year. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I think the last time I did a giveaway was the Boost mobile lines when they were still with Sprint, maybe. Yep.
Y'all want these cases, or not cases? These battery packs.
They make your phone go on the floor. They're amazing.
Hey, they're pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, watch the Stasi Labs review. It seems legit.
We got links for a bunch of channels. I can't tell who's there are, but can we also get a link to Technoid's channel, because he is one of the original homies? So let's get his up there.
Good that's boy.
That's okay,
right
Steph. There. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Catch it on the replay crew. You know how we do. Yeah.
This is all recorded on DVR, and on a high note, you can watch that at 2x speed.
Oh, dude, you must predate the giveaways then. or no, you don't predate them. You came after the giveaways. All right, so we got that link. We got
I have a-
Technoid's link.
I have another one.
No. Maverick was included in one of them.
Oh, can we get John's YouTube channel up as well? His, I think, is his name, so it should be pretty simple. Click on him. Let's get his link in there. Let's get him to 300 subs. He's close. Oh, by the way, I'm about to hit 15K, guys.
Yep.
Baller.
So I think we should do a live stream tomorrow to celebrate. A quick one.
You should do a giveaway.
I should do a giveaway.
Yeah.
One of those MagSafe batteries Apple is holding.
hey, if you can do it, I'll let you do it. Come on.
I am going to give away I'm going to give away a case of absolutely nothing. That's what I'm going to do.
The MagSafe battery from Apple Watts' giveaway.
He's a little offensive towards Apple. Okay, so
that means I gotta win yours and then re-gift it.
No, I just offered.
He offered.
Okay, so I don't have to win it.
No,
nothing official.
I won't do the other giveaway, but this one right here, I'm still waiting to give away because nobody's responded to their email.
What?
Nobody's responded to their emails. I sent 2 emails to 2 different people.
Oh, that's disrespectful, bro.
Wow.
Move on, bro. Move on. Oh, a coupon for the bakery. That's right.
Oh, free bread.
No,
Some free bread.
Yeah, free bread.
You got the Ryzen, bro.
I'm gonna be rocking that maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
That or I can give you these Total Wireless SIM cards, whatever you want.
Oh, snap. I'm about to give away your cowboy hat, dude.
No. No.
This is not on giveaway.
Yeehaw!
This is yep.
How y'all
Beef
doing?
shawarma. Hashtag beef shawarma.
All right, y'all. Let's break out of this piece. Big up to everybody here in the live, and a big shout out to everybody watching it on replay. You guys are amazing. We'll do the 15K quick live stream tomorrow, maybe around 8 o'clock or something, just to kind of celebrate 15K, and I can reflect on my 4-5 year journey of this YouTube thing.
And we're gonna be giving away something from Apple Watts.
We're gonna give away. We're gonna give away Apple Watts' house, bro, when he's not looking. That's what we'll do.
Maybe. that was a big no. That was a big no.
The giveaway item.
We out this piece.
Peace.
All right.
The giveaway item will be decided after the winner.
After the winner. That's right. All right, guys.
Peace.
See you guys.